Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Okay, the topic that I've taken today is very close to my heart. It's very deep, very profound. Okay, when I learned about this the first time, it kind of enlightened me. The concept, it gave me the key to solve most of the problems. It gave a very beautiful perspective to understand and face most of the life problems of today. Okay, and it had a really huge impact on me, and which is why I decided to share this with all of you and as many people as I can. And I can bet that you will not hear this kind of perspective or this kind of explanation anywhere. I can bet on that, because the way this is explained, it's definitely going to touch your heart. Okay, so I request 100% focus. Please listen to me carefully and please take away what I'm going to send you. Please try to internalize it. So all of you, please focus here. Okay, so you might have wondered why I carried this to the stage, right? That's because this shape represents the topic that I'm going to talk about today. Any guesses? Of course, it's the heart. What does it represent? Perfect. Yes. Love. That's my topic for the day. So whenever we hear this word or see this word, something happens inside us, correct? कुछ कुछ होता है, right? सबको कुछ कुछ होता है, but people shy away, right? सब लोग इतराते हैं, they don't want to discuss it. But we have to discuss this. This is a very important topic. In fact, it's one of the most important topics and has to be discussed, and I'll tell you why. Love is an important topic because the way our Creator made us, He made love a part of our fitra, and He made love the greatest motivator of all for us humans to do something or to not do something. Okay? So love is a very big motivator in our lives. Okay? It is love because of which one person doesn't hold back from killing another person to attain his property or to attain his wealth, right? That is also love of material, love of property, right? It's also love because of which a person doesn't mind giving their own life for the sake of some other person. We see this, we hear this, right? We do hear suicides and all that. What is that kind of love called? It's the romantic love. Yeah? And guys, it is also love because of which a nation will go bomb other nations, killing innocents like women, children, right? Animals, trees. Nations go bomb other nations. That is also love, right? What kind of love is that? Yeah? Love of dominion, love of power. So, now tell me, isn't it important that we discuss this? Isn't it important that we talk about love? Should we not understand this more deeply? Right, so I'll break this down for you. And yeah, love, if it is done for the wrong things and in the wrong way, it can destroy the world. It can destroy the world, okay? Love has the capacity to destroy the world if it is done for the wrong things in the wrong way. Okay, so it's highly important we understand this and take this seriously. Now, I'll break it down for you. So love is represented by heart, which we just saw. Now, I want to know why heart? Why not a circle? Why not a square? Why was heart, decided the shape for love? ऐसे ही क्यों?
When we got get hurt in its way,
Kind of, yeah, but ऐसे ही कुछ नहीं होता इस दुनिया में. The reason love is represented with the shape of a heart is because love resides in the heart. Okay? Love resides in the heart. Muhabbat dil mein basti hai. Okay? That is why it's represented with that shape. Now, what is heart called in Arabic? It's, yes. Who said that? Okay. Yes, heart is called qalb in Arabic. Now you will ask me why Arabic now? We are talking about love. What is this Arabic? Arabic, because Arabic is a very deep language. It has root words, all the words in Arabic are very well thought of. There are multiple meanings, and it's a very, very interesting deep language, and which is why Allah chose Arabic for his final message. Okay, that's why. So appreciate that. Now, what is qalb called what is the meaning of qalb? The translation of qalb is to turn. Okay, to turn. So what we deduce from this is that heart is something that turns. Heart turns this way and that way. Kabhi dil is pe, kabhi dil us pe, right? Heart is something that turns. And very importantly, heart is also something that controls our mind and our body. Okay? Heart is very powerful. There is, there are multiple ayahs in the Quran and also in the Hadith. You'll find multiple du'as which talk about this and actually proves my point that heart turns. I've taken one famous dua, Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, Thabbit Qalbi ala Dinik. O turner of hearts, keep my heart firm on your deen. This is from Tirmidhi. So please note the words turner of hearts, right? So a prophet also said that heart does turn. Okay. Now with that background, with the background that I gave you, that love is extremely powerful, it resides in the heart and all that, let's come to the main point of my talk today. Okay. Now I want 200% of your focus, because I honestly and sincerely want you to take this back with you. I want you to understand this. I want you to listen, understand, absorb, and please take this back to your loved ones and share this. Because these kind of things, it's not easy to get to know or learn this. Okay, we don't hear this. Nobody explains these things to us. Okay, it was by chance that I also got to know about this, and it impressed me so much that I really want you all also to benefit from this. I benefited. Okay. So the way Allah designed our heart, we're talking about the heart and love, right? So the way Allah designed our heart is that He made the heart into different compartments, okay? And each compartment is designed to hold a certain type of love. Okay, let's imagine, as shown in the picture here, roughly, a heart has compartments, multiple compartments, and each compartment should hold a different, a particular type of love. Okay? And as long as the right type of love is in the right compartment, that is when life functions well. Alright? Now, the center of the heart, or the core of the heart, the deepest, most innermost part of your heart is called the lub. Lub in Arabic. Allah chose the lub for a special type of love. Okay? Allah chose the lub to be basically what goes in the core of your heart is something that you love intensely. It is something that you love the most. So Allah chose that kind of love for the love of Allah, the love of your Creator. So as long as you have the love of Allah in the core of your heart, in this innermost, the most intense love, as long as you have that in place, all other types of love will come and fall in their right places by themselves. Okay? Isn't that intense? I'll give you an analogy, just to make you understand a bit better, okay, to appreciate this fact. Now, we've all been to a petrol station to fill petrol in our vehicles, right? So suppose one day we decide that, petrol is too expensive today, which is the case nowadays. So we decide that, no, I don't have enough money for petrol. Let me fill water in the tank, in the petrol tank. What happens? Yes, you don't have to be too smart to know that the entire car is going to break down. Why? It's because the petrol tank was designed to hold petrol, and if you put something else there, water or juice or something else, it's just going to break down. It's going to come crashing down, right? The same way, just like the petrol tank, our heart, our lub is supposed to hold the love of Allah, and you put some other love there, some other person there. It can be halal, of course, love of your spouse or your parent, or love of success, love of wealth. These are halal things. I'm not saying you shouldn't love them. Okay? If you put anything else in the center of your heart, then life will come crashing down, guys. Okay? So, and another thing is, we have a free will. Okay? Allah has given a free will. Okay? Although the center of the heart is supposed to hold the love of Allah, we have the freedom to put whatever we want over there as well. Okay? So, whatever we put in the core of our heart becomes our ilah. Okay? What we put in the core of our heart becomes our ilah. So, what is ilah? Ilah is something that goes in the core of our heart. It goes in the core of our heart. I told that 3-4 times by now. It's also something that becomes the center of your existence. Your entire life will revolve around your ilah. Whatever you put in the core of your heart, which becomes your ilah, your entire life will revolve around it. It controls you. If you put money there, your life revolves around money. If you put, say, your child there, your life revolves around your child. Okay? It controls you. You become a slave to your ilah. Ilah is your master. Okay? And ilah is something that you love so much that you actually begin to worship it. You've heard this, right? People who have made money their ilah, they worship money. They don't pray to money. They worship money, right? So it's a very serious thing, guys. It tends to become something you start worshipping. What's worship? Worship is the highest form of love. मुहब्बत जब हद से गुजर जाती है, वो इबादत बन जाती है. Okay? मुहब्बत हद से गुजरने से वो इबादत बन जाती है. So that's ilah. La ilaha illallah, kalima tayyibah. Do we know the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? Yes, there is no God but Allah. But do we really know the meaning of that? Yes, there is no God but Allah. Yes. But it means something else. Read again. It's La ilaha illallah. There is no ilah except Allah. Now do you see what I mean? With what I have explained, what do you get now? Now translate. It means nothing goes in the core of my heart, the core of my life except Allah. Now do you know the real meaning of La ilaha illallah? When you say this kalima, you are actually proclaiming that you're not going to put anything other than love of Allah in the core of your heart. Okay, so we have to take Shahada again. All right. Okay, this point again is proven in the Quran. I have taken a verse from Surah Baqarah, Ayah 165. I'll read the translation. They love these rivals as they should only love Allah. Those whose strongest, most intense love is for Allah are the ones of faith. Okay, this is Baqarah. Now, they love these rivals. These rivals, it doesn't necessarily mean other gods or other idols, all those things. Rivals could be even halal things like money or success or this, what fame or, parents or children, whatever. So, if they have rivals in the place where only love of Allah should be, and those whose strongest, most intense love is for Allah, they are the believers. Okay, they are the believers, mind you. Now, just want to highlight this word, ashaddun hubban. Ashaddun, shiddat wali. Hubban, muhabba. Shiddat wali, muhabbat. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Intense love. So, to conclude, the center of our heart is designed only for the love of Allah. Love is extremely powerful. It's not a joke. We have to take it seriously, and we should, place the love of Allah in the center of our heart. And when we do that, all other things will fall in place. We don't have to worry about anything else. Everything will fall in place. Okay? So this is the conclusion. Now, this is also the secret to attain peace. Excuse me, sister, blue scarf. Please focus. It's really important. Yeah. So, I was saying, this is also a secret. It's a key to a treasure called peace. We all want peace in life, right? You ask the richest guy in the world, the most successful guy or the most powerful guy, take the president of America. You ask him, he has everything. Still you ask him, what is it that you want? He'll say peace. This is the key. This is the secret to achieve peace. Okay? It's easy and it's in our hands. Okay? It just requires us to know it, to learn and, do it. Put the love of Allah and you'll experience the best thing in the world, which is peace. Okay. Now you will ask me, okay, I love Allah, things are fine in my life, but how do I know that I have the wrong love in the center of my heart? It's pretty easy, guys. How do you know you have the wrong love in your heart? You can understand that you have the wrong love, a wrong type of love in your heart is when something or that thing or that person is causing you a lot of hurt. You're constantly worried about that person or that thing, that person's behavior, that person's attitude, whatever that person is doing is causing you torment. It's kind of, removing peace from your life. Then know that that person or that thing is in the center of your heart and not Allah. Okay? And most importantly, if you find yourself missing your fard duties, if you find yourself missing salah or are very casual about, missing the salah and zakah and sawm, roza and all that, then know that Allah is not in the core of your heart and it's time to turn things around. You have to stop and bring Allah back in the core of your heart. Okay? So that almost ends my topic. I just want a few more minutes. I want to actually give 2 bonuses before I go. 2 free gifts, okay? Everybody likes gifts, free gifts. Okay, the first one is I will not leave without telling you how to put Allah back in the core of your heart. Okay. Number one is salah, and salah on time. Salah on time. Please remember that. What does our body need to survive? What's that one thing that our body needs to survive, without which it dies? Yes, it's there. So, yes, our body needs oxygen to survive. The same way, our soul, actually our nafs needs salah to survive. Salah is the oxygen for our nafs. Without salah, our nafs is dead. We are dead bodies. So salah is really important. If you're not praying, please just don't think, go home, start praying. That's it. Don't think. There was one of our colleagues who hasn't come here. He was a youngster like you guys. He was also very casual about it, but then, hidayah happened, and then he just thought, okay, let me just pray. Let me pray. Let me do salah. He did that. He prayed, and, his life changed for good. Now he's abroad doing higher studies. His life changed, and salah became a part of his life. It was no more a burden. So just go ahead, pray. Start doing salah on time, 5 times. Next up is khushu. Khushu in allazina fi, what is that? Salatihim khashi'un. Okay, that means it's an ayah from chapter 23, ayah number 2. Inna allazina hum fi salatihim khashi'un. It translates as believers are those who humble themselves in salah. Okay, so khushu translates to humbleness or humility, purity. Okay, so do salah and do it with khushu. This is how you build your relationship back with Allah and get Allah back in your heart. So what is salah? Salah is a conversation between us and our Rabb, right? So when you're talking to Allah 5 times a day, every day, you're getting closer to Him, and He is coming closer. His love is coming into your heart. So this is the second one. And number 3 is Quran. Make Quran your friend. Whenever we are in trouble, whenever we need help, we turn to friends or parents who are like friends for us, right? So we turn to them. But Allah has sent the Quran. Quran has solutions to everything, for us to live in this world. So make Quran your friend. Turn to the Quran before you turn to anybody else. You will ask Allah and He will guide you. Read the Quran and read the translations. Number 4 is istighfar. What do we do when our body becomes dirty? We take a shower, right? That cleanses the external dirt. Istighfar is something that cleanses our heart from sins. It is the spiritual shower. Okay? So, do constant istighfar. Whenever we sin, our heart darkens. We have heard about this, right? So, it darkens because of the sins, and constant istighfar will keep cleansing our heart. And finally, azkar. Azkar, there are many azkar or remembrance of Allah, zikr, right? Constantly keep remembering Allah. There are different zikrs which the Prophet ﷺ has taught us. There is morning azkar, evening azkar, azkar after salah, right? So many du'as and all. Make that a habit, and you will surely have Allah back in your heart. Okay, so it's salah, khushu, Quran, istighfar and azkar. So these are the tools to get Allah back in the core of your heart. Now, moving to the next free gift. There are many benefits of morning and evening azkar. I can't, count them. There are just too many. It's a treasure we should not lose. It's just too good. So what we have done is, from the Sampark team, we have put the most authentic duas for the azkar, okay, with the references, with translations in a single card. Both morning and evening azkars are there on this card. On one side morning azkar, and behind it's evening azkar. It takes only 15 to 20 minutes, okay, in the morning, and 15-20 minutes in the evening. Do this. We will hand this over to each one of you in the hall today. So please ensure you collect this before you go, and make use of it. Make copies and share it with your family. No problem. Okay. All right, so I am done. So in summary, we have already summarized, but I'll just tell one more time. Heart has compartments to hold love. The center of our heart is reserved, or should be reserved for the love of Allah. And when you put that, when you take care of your core, when you take care of the core of your heart, all other things will fall in place, and life will be as you want it to be. Okay, inshallah. So with that, I'd like to leave you with a request today. To put, to make a sincere effort to put Allah back in the core of your heart. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.